technically can also not do stuff with your magic and double pump your physical stuff, but
By the by, Ninja, just to be safe, how many times did we level up again with our powers? Because I want to double check that my energy on D12 is correct.
Um,
Because I feel like I might have, accidentally leveled it up like some of the other stuff.
yeah. So you started with
he was plant person.
you
I started
started
with
pure
plants,
plant,
but then I went straight into energy as my second thing.
and you unlock it at D6, right?
No,
Or do you unlock it
D4.
at D4?
D4.
So then I don't think it would be a D12 because I think you've leveled up 4 times, right?
Uh,
I guess we can check.
one.
One,
Look at me.
Yeah.
3. No, that would be 2. So that means this is a D8 right now.
One second. I'm gonna go to Teddy real quick and I'm gonna count. So Teddy started with 2 D4s, right?
No, I started with a D6 and a D4.
Oh yeah, because you could have started with a D8 or a D6 and a D4.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just basically count off 2 of those. 3, 4, 5,
Maybe I started with a D6 and a
6.
D4.
Seven. Okay, so I'm gonna now go over to Liam and I'm gonna figure out how many dice because I count 9.
I've definitely only done
1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
one
3.
one on animal. Did I don't know if I did 2 unplanned
Okay,
actually. I
so
might have done one unplanned.
a question for us. The left hand side is your
That's my minimum, like whatever is
2,
basically
3.
stuck until I
1,
level.
2, 3.
So I adjusted it down to D8 because I was thinking if I had 4 levels, then it would be
Yeah. And
uh
there's a chance he got messed up because I think he had it on the right for a little bit.
Yeah, but he's lower than you by like 2, I think.
I just lowered mine to from a D12 energy
Okay,
to a D8.
so basically you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
God, I
8.
don't remember
No,
if I
he's down by
leveled up
1.
Atlanta
I
last.
miscounted the first time. Just to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you should be at 8 upgrades total. Like basically
8. Oh my god. Okay.
basically counting your starting stats. Your if you consider each dice level to be a point, right? So you have D4 is 1 point, D6 is 2 points, D8 is 3 points, right?
Well, I don't count the first point I get when I start the game.
Well, yes, but like what I'm saying is I think you were actually correct that your energy was a D12 because you have 1, 2, 3, 1, so that's 4.
But if it's
And then 1,
8,
2,
that would
3,
mean I need
4.
2 more points into something.
No, you don't. Because your D4, your D6, your D8 on plant. That is 3 points. Then you have a D4 on
Okay.
animal. That's 4 points. D4, D6, D8, D12, 4 points for a total of 8. I believe that count is the same. And now we go to count. And we make sure
Okay.
that is the same
There is a
there.
chance I have messed up as well. We can figure
1,
this out.
2, 4, 5, 6. I think Callum is missing 2 upgrades
I am.
on your on your magic stats. I think so.
So me and Panda are the ones who are insecure. So maybe Callum is the correct one.
So you
just
guys
saying.
think that you like the difference is you guys don't believe yourselves, but you both had like if you had made a mistake, you had both made the same mistake. You had both reached the same point of having the same amount of stats.
You know what? He explodes and gets more powerful because it makes more sense in the universe.
And now I need to go. I need to go in and see if.
Well, no one else.
I
Miko
can give
and
myself 2 upgrades if you.
It would be two. I need to check if you're missing on your, like at this point I need to see base stats as well, right? So the like, did you miss 2 full level ups or only 2 magic level ups? You're doing left as your base stat, right?
Yes.
and by the way, I think we were going to D6, by the way. I do remember that instead of okay.
It is
I
2d6 instead of d4s.
Yes.
Because your max roll, it doesn't reduce from a max of 12. Because if you had a 2d4, you wouldn't be able to roll the same max number. It would be a slight nerf in theory.
Well, I remember going back and forth on this where I wanted it to be the D4, but you were like it was a numerical
I might
nerf.
have only missed 1 magic upgrade. I did upgrade space, which is in my personal notes.
Space was given. Oh, you upgraded space. Okay, so that means you missed 1.
Okay, so that makes it more likely that he just missed 1.
Yeah, but
Or
I'm
we
also
both did 1, 2,
3, 1, 3, 4, 2. Oh no, it's 5.
I'm so deeply confused.
Wait.
How did we get here?
I did not mean to completely
You-
obliterate.
No. This is fair. This is we should correct the timelines. I just don't know if
This
he's
just
getting
needs to be
stronger
sorted
or
out
we're
for a
getting
while.
weaker.
4, 6.
It would be easier if we just made him stronger and not
We're gonna
worry
make him.
about it.
We're gonna make him stronger, but I'm making him stronger correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has to be the right amount of strong.
So 3, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. I think is. And actually, I think I fucked up now. I need to go. The whole system's on trial right now.
Everybody make D&D characters right now. We're playing D&D.
Okay.
Fuck this system.
We're all confused. Take your golden run.
1, 2, 3, 4. D4, D6, D8, D10. You were correct. You need to move down to a D10. Unless I'm wrong about Teddy, give me a second. Don't touch anything. Give me a second to confirm. So we got 1, we got 1, we got 3, we got 2, we got 1. That's 2 3s. That is an 8. That is the number 8 every single time. You need Liam moves down to a D10 in energy.
What?
We were correct. You needed to move down 1. I miscounted because a D12 is 5 upgrades, not 4.
Right.
Okay.
I'm watching funny cat videos.
Has Teddy
and that's
never
what I hear.
upgraded his aware?
I have never upgraded my aware.
He is unaware.
You've never rolled aware, it looks like.
I have rolled it and never exploded aware.
2, 3, 2.
The crazier one is
3.
agility.
2d6 is, so if a d12 is 5, that is 6, right? So this is 12, 14, 17. Those add up to 19. We got 9 plus 9.
I'm ready to take the shears. I don't know how I messed up, but I
18.
want to fix it.
I don't think you've messed up. I'm taking you as the gospel truth. That's the only way that I can not fall into madness.
Okay.
Liam, I think you missed Callum, I think missed a full level up because you have 1 physical stat that's down and 1 magic stat that's down.
Okay.
And then we go over to Liam and we see how many demons are in this sheet. So it's 5, 3, 6, 3, 3, 4.
There have been some sessions where he's been pretty out of it near the end of it.
So I have no fucking idea what you've done, but your stats at the bottom are wrong incredibly.
I'm pretty sure we already went through the bottom stats once. So I don't know how they got fucked again.
Yeah, but I don't know what we did to fix it. That's 3, 6 plus 4.
Oh boy.
10 plus 6 plus 4. That's you are.
I will move down with lag so we can have a side conversation while you figure this out.
All right.
Go lag.
I think you need to reduce your stats by 4.
When you say my stats, what are you talking about?
So basically, the mind, muscle, tough, agility, social, aware. I think
Just
those
go through it one by one.
Well, like the thing is, I can't be sure. Like this is up to you on where you want those stats to go to.
I'm just putting down 4, like lowering 4 of them.
Yeah, if you turn so if you take mind and reduce it to a D6, that's two down, right? If you move it to a D8, that's 1 down.
If anything, I feel like I've been pretty diligent about the bottom right corner ever since we first fixed it. There was a top one that was confusing, if anything. But okay.
But I've done the math, and the math ain't mathing, man.
Yeah. All right. Man. Okay, so that's a D8. Times that into a D8.
That's 12, and then this is.
I have no muscles, no bitches. I will. Well, I thought that I had finally gotten one of them to a 2d6.
You can have a 2d6 here.
I could, but I still need to lower one more, and all of the I'm low as fuck now. All of a sudden.
What all have you lowered?
So I lowered aware, and I lowered muscle and tough.
Okay, yeah, because so right now.
Which means I need to lower that to a d6 as well.
Yeah, so now your last 3 stats are 2.
I use mine kind of often.
3, 3. So that's 6, 8.
I'll lower the social one more time for good measure.
So you basically lowered that and muscle, right?
Okay, but just to be clear, when I explode a die, it does not level the left side.
It does not level the left side. It levels the right side when that reaches a 20.
3 sub skills in social.
Yes. And that's completely fine.
4, actually. I had to count again. I'm semi-dyslexic.
It's fine.
No, it is not. Do not patronize. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so now the number that you have is, so that's 4, 4, 2, 6, 2, 2, 3. So that's 5 plus 8 plus 6. That's 19. And we double check that is the number on Teddy's sheet, which it should be because that's how the math worked. We got 2, 3, 2, 6, 3, 3. We got 6, so these two become 12. 14 plus 5, 19. Yep, we are good. We are back. Everything is in order. The business is businessing. It's taken us an hour and a half. We've streamed for 15 minutes, and 15 minutes of that was fixing character sheets.
I love it.
We are done, just so you know, in case you're...
Okay. All right.
Everything should be in order.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's alive. All right. So I'm just like holding my small woody stony child. It's like, happy birthday. We have to show Callum.
I think Callum is in the room.
Actually,
right.
Callum, what was Callum doing while they were creating the weird wood homunculus?
I forget, but I think my character was somewhere else.
Well, we can decide. Where were you? You could be anywhere on the ship or the world because you can teleport, but you really shouldn't leave your friends behind like that.
Also, if the ship moved, I wouldn't be teleporting back to it, right?
I think you probably can teleport onto a moving object. It's just, like, difficult.
Right. Yeah, that actually makes sense. This is the images that matter.
Yeah, it's like somewhere between... It would be like the midway point between teleporting somewhere you've never been and somewhere you have been. Because you've technically been on the ship, but you don't know where the ship is.
Well, I'll be on the deck below.
Okay.
Right, practicing my space magic teleporting some small things.
Oh, so not yourself. Okay.
Not this time.
Okay. You can make a roll for that if you want.
All right. Apparently, I'm really lucky now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot easier than teleporting a person.
Yeah, with sort of no energy drain, you're able to send like an orange to the other side of the room or wherever, you know. You can with the precision of like you can put an orange into someone, you can put an orange into Liam's pocket while they're making the homunculus and he would not notice until afterwards.
Or a rock into someone's cranium.
See, then we're getting into the whole if I used magic hand on a heart debate.
Yeah,
I never said teleportation can't be used in combat.
Well, I'm just saying that once we pull that trigger, the DM gets free rage.
Yeah, but I've also ridden myself into a corner.
Of an impact it is. It's not good to have a rock in your brain, but if it just gently touches it, that's not exactly lethal.
What if you combine space magic with mind magic and just made an imaginary rock?
Well, then they have the thought of a rock.
And they cannot let go of that thought forever.
I mean, I could do that right now. I could make you have an earworm of a rock.
Technically speaking,
forever?
A combination of mind and space magic might be to teleport to a place that doesn't exist.
You can create things from imagination.
Holy shit! I could have sent us to the dream world.
You're telling me I get to create a demiplane?
I get
You
to
could
put us in the
try.
Resident Evil universe.
I
think there's
come
good
sprinting
evidence.
out of our cabin with some like with a tarp or with my jacket like over a bump on my side. Is like, Callum. And I'm also like covered in blood. Callum, but that's less unusual. Callum. Something
Yes.
amazing happened. Come with us.
All right.
A genius. All right, and I'm gonna lead you back to the room. All right, so, this wasn't the plan, but it was so much better than the plan, and I'm so happy to introduce you to her, them. They haven't told me yet. And I'm gonna peel the coat off and reveal whatever they eventually choose to call themselves when they discover the ability to converse, and I lift up the entity that was formerly known as Amethyst.
That's beautiful.
It like it's again faceless, just sort of like a smooth bark face in a humanoid form. And as it looks in your direction, it tilts its head like it's trying to understand you.
I am going to. So I've been touching it a lot and just kind of like rubbing it and petting it. I'm going to gently tap my forehead to it and extend, not like pressing into it, but like gently extend
Sorry,
the
you're
mental
trying to
link.
connect with this thing? You're going to
Yes,
explode.
immediately.
You're
Yes.
immediately explode. That's the rule here. If you connect to something, you die.
I extend the mental link to it.
I'm really sorry for this, man.
Okay.
No fucking way! You are about to kill this man for wanting to connect to
You
his
probably are
That is
not gonna
very
die
real.
from this. I'll give you
Okay.
that.
Are you fucking crazy, Ninja?
All right,
Do you
all right,
remember
I'm into
last
it.
session
I'm into
when we
it.
were
I'm
joking
into it.
about you
I'm
not
into it.
doing this?
I'm into it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well,
Okay.
you know, if he had taken a nap first, this would have been fine. He's at like no energy and already hurt.
Bro is doing the most soft, like tickling of the sense, and you're like, "All right, buddy, you're gonna pass out
Look,
now." And you're
Look, it's you
Yeah.
know what?
But you got to remember, if you put together like all of the stuff for a nuclear reactor and then like put it into
This is
place,
not
it's
a
your
nuclear
fault.
reactor.
You know what? It's my
Okay.
fault. All right, let's do
Okay,
this.
so we've slept one night on the boat, right?
No, we haven't yet. This is the first night.
I think you did sleep one night on the boat.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't think so. I think
Well,
we
I'm
got on
going
and we
to-
immediately did this.
I'm going to try to transfer energy to Teddy to make this a little bit less deadly.
Okay.
All right. First, do your normal mind connection roll.
Okay. You've lately not even been making me roll, but
Yeah, but like just do your roll that would do mind connection.
Okay,
You know?
can I also assist in some way with plant? Do I feel like there's some plant energy happening at all in this?
Almost certainly none of the plant parts of this matter.
Okay. So I have no idea what's
He
happening.
isn't going to get killed by the fact that this is a tree person.
It's going to be the thousand souls of the tree.
You guys remember when I had it roll a D1000 and it rolled a 922? That mattered.
That's how many
Okay.
souls inhabit this thing.
so when you say the normal roll, or is it everything that can apply?
I leave that up to you. It is up to you on how much are you trying to reach out and just to give Forz some solace here. I'm not just gonna like force you to go all out. It's up to you what you're putting into this. But like mind magic is a minimum.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but the reason I'm freaking out about this is that I can understand the reasoning of me touching 2 nuclear bottles and
Mhm.
that exploding. He is just trying to connect with his fucking child, and you are
Yeah.
like, you have triggered the universe's trap card. Anything we do to connect with anything, you are
Alright,
like, you have
I
chosen
got a
death.
13.
Honestly, that is an impressively bad for you. That is like that's the lowest I've seen you roll in mind for a long time.
I did forget the one that would help me communicate with things. I would have added a d6.
Oh, add another d6 then. You know.
Now seeing Teddy visibly struggle, I'm going to roll my thing to transfer
There we go.
energy.
Okay. Yeah. Roll the transferment energy.
18. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
You can give him. You can give him some energy.
How much?
As much as you want, 2 to 1. Like two cost to you, 1 energy to Teddy.
Okay, so I will use 4 energy to give him 2.
All right, that's pretty good. So Teddy, I need you to realize you've been here before, and you've been trying to fucking ignore it. But you're reaching out to a tree man who's made of the tree that the boat is made of.
Oh,
And in doing so, you know, there was sort of a question on how well does this being connect into the system. And as
it
Actually-
connects 900 good to the system.
actually as your first d6 was your mind roll, right?
Yes,
That exploded for me.
fantastic. All right.
All right, you're safe there. That one doesn't explode.
You're safe.
Well, yeah,
That's
if it-
terrifying, which means that if he rolled higher for himself, the more it would hurt.
Yeah, as the energy flows through him.
That's some devilry logic of like the more you roll, you will fail harder.
Oh wait, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. That I rolled a d10 there. That was not a d8. D8.
And what's the d8 for?
Because I rolled the
D6.
wrong dice.
Oh, you rolled the wrong dice. That one does explode.
Oh my god!
There we
Okay, you're good. That one you stopped it.
go. Okay.
So you're connecting to that, like when you first sort of dipped your toes into the mind fuck of this hive mind of spirits embedded into wood, right? Like you're not touching the wood part, you're touching the spirit of the mind which exists within it. And you realize in reaching out to what was at the time Amy and has not yet named itself, that similarly to you, it has reached out to these trees. But it has reached a level of understanding beyond what you even tried to reach.
Well, yeah, because I was protecting myself from it because I had an ego.
Yeah. You can see Amy quickly absorbing sort of a large amount of knowledge from the hive mind, not connecting to it in the way of becoming part of it, but almost siphoning from it anything that it wants to know. It's sort of like, you guys remember in Age of Ultron when Ultron got the internet and downloaded all of the internet and decided to kill everyone?
Yeah.
It's like that, except the internet is a hive mind of tree people from the Mind Nation.
Then killing people still remains though.
Maybe.
I mean, it's a possibility, yeah. So in this, it is learning from me very rapidly.
Oh, it is
what you're
also, yeah, as you connect into it, you explode your mind because it reaches back out to you at a force that feels stronger than even your understanding of mind magic, even though it was born an hour ago.
saying. Okay, so I mean, it inherently knows that I like it.
Yeah, it knows everything that you know, that you feel.
So what is happening to Teddy right now on the outside?
He's having a full seizure.
Oh, I'm going to grab Teddy and separate him from the entity.
That's fundamentally not gonna work. We need a mind mage here, Chief.
You can try to separate, but on not what's happening to Teddy. The entity is cradling Teddy and slowly petting him.
At like how he was petting it.
Yes.
That isn't making me less concerned.
It's also keeping Teddy rather safe while he's having the seizure, you know, like it's doing all of the things you would
I
want.
don't know what the safe seizure looks like.
But you make sure they don't hurt themselves. That's the main goal.
So what is the trained doctor Callum feeling and experiencing in this moment? You might be muted.
I just transferred you energy. I'm just seeing you go through this.
Ah, got it. Okay.
He looked at this and is like,
The
he's gonna
doctor
need a
has
little
no
bit of
opinion about the seizure.
No, he did his medical best of importing 2 energy into the system.
Okay, got it. All right. All right.
Well aware that there's more mind magic stuff going on here.
Well, then the next opportunity I can,
Mm-hmm.
I have already at some point tried this, and I've done it before. I am going to try to, because if I'm having a seizure, it means at some level, I imagine it means my mind is at dysfunction with my body. So I imagine my mind, independent of my body, is going to try to cast mind magic. I am going to try to isolate myself from the consciousness. I'm going to try to defend myself from the flow of information
Okay.
from the spirit trees, like I did in the grove for
Callum.
This
Yeah.
is Ultron
Yeah.
meeting Light Yagami when he gets the book back and he has that fucking revelation.
And actually I do need to remember.
Oh, how much energy did I lose, by the way?
So far you've lost 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Amethyst as the marker for where the boat is.
Yeah, Callum is not sure what to do on the mind side, but trying to make sure you're not endangered physically.
How
I
hard is Amethyst holding? I'm just gonna say Amethyst for now, but how hard is Amethyst like cradling Teddy right now?
It doesn't seem like it's tight in the way that it is trying to stop his movements from hurting himself, but it doesn't look like an amount that would hurt someone, and it has an aura to it of protection.
Okay, but it like just does it look like it will? Well, I guess I wouldn't know because I'm thinking about whether or not the entity
One,
looks
two,
like it
three,
would
four.
be like too strong to wrestle Teddy out of. Jesus Christ.
Uh, can I say the wood like of the deck just like fucking like goes dim? I'm just like enough.
Yeah. So you one in this before you are able, like, in pushing it back like you have, you can also, similar to what the tree is doing, uh gain some ask of the hive mind a question if you so desire. It will only be able to answer things that was known by one of these mind people, but it could impart you some piece of knowledge if you were to so desire, as you are pushing it back and like just focusing in on the one thing that you want from it. And secondarily, a question I would have is, are you also doing the same to block off the entity from you?
Um, I want. I think in this action, I think I want to in the same way that I have guarded my dreams, I want to install like a valve. I do not want this again.
Mm-hmm.
Um this is some there are many among you, but you are something greater. To which can I to know what an entity is to be able to converse with it and to know it. What are you?
It meets you back not with direct words in terms of speech, but in words like you just know them in your head. It tells you that it is the grove, it is eternity, and it is salvation.
Okay. So in invoking those three concepts in that way mentally, I can kind of all right.
Yeah, you could converse with it somewhat.
All right.
It's difficult because it is not an entity. It is many entities becoming an entity, right?
Yeah.
The more that it is beyond communication, but the individuals are not. You could converse with it, but sort of in the way that you would be going to a really loud party and like having a conversation in the corner.
Yeah. I got my answer. I think now that I can protect myself and kind of address them as well as kind of know that I can go to it,
Mm-hmm.
I I'm going to r- try to find myself
Mm-hmm.
because I'm
You
probably pretty I'm near the boat.
in setting this up, in blocking it out, you find that yourself has been here the whole time. Right? You recenter into the fact that this was never meant to consume you. You tapped into feel what the entity was feeling at a bad time for yourself. Right? Like if you had done this a week from now, the day you got off the boat, you would probably have experienced much different circumstances than what you experienced right now. But you, a newborn that cares only about learning what it is and had unlimited resources to do so, you tapped into its mind at that exact moment. And that's why this
so
happened.
I was talking to. I wasn't even talking to the Grove. I was talking to.
The answer, well, you got to remember that the Grove and the boats are the same. In being cut into, like, because the life of the tree doesn't matter, the boats are still part of the hive mind.
Okay, but I didn't. The Grove and the entity formerly known as Amy are not the same thing.
They are not. They are fully separate, and Amy is in control of being its own entity.
Okay. Just for a second, I was like, the Grove is, and I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. But okay,
No.
good. So it's just.
That's why I asked, did you also block yourself off from Amy in this? Or did you?
No, I did not. No.
Okay. So, in doing so, you will not ever have to deal with the Grove overwhelming you again. You have conquered that. It does take 2 more energy out of you, which are wounds, I know, but like,
Yep.
you will never run into it again. And Amy imparts to you the feelings of protection and care it has for you, same as you have for it. But it does not yet give itself a name. It seems to you like it is trying to figure out what it wants to be called.
Take time. I will kind of sigh, feeling the strain that has impacted my body as I like am aware that I have like torn tendons and like racked my body, and I'm like, well, time to feel this. And then I allow myself to feel this as I open my eyes and stop convulsing.
Yeah, you open your eyes to this sensation of being like held in an embrace and lightly pet on the head like you would pet the creature.
I need to lay down.
As you say that, the creature picks you up and brings you to a bed.
I'm also
Whoa,
going to attempt to heal Teddy's body.
you're very strong. Thank you. I mean, I
You got an
should know
explosion
that
in there.
I should know that she'd be strong, or they'd be strong, but it is very, very interesting to be held aloft by 2-foot tall entity.
Yeah, it's half your height. And
Oh, not even. Not even. I am 7 feet tall.
well, I thought they were like, yeah, so it's almost half your height. It's half a normal person's height.
You would describe them as 2 feet tall originally.
Okay. So 2 feet. All right. Yeah, maybe, you know, they are continuing to grow. So maybe they're like 2.5 now.
But you did say that their like limbs accelerate in growth. So I'm just imagining I got cocooned in arms as they like lifted me.
Yeah.
All right, so 38. How much does that heal me?
Well, I guess how dedicated to this is Callum willing to be?
I've got free energy left. How much of it do I need to spend?
Well, the question is, are you willing to go to wounds to trade for his wounds?
If he's that high up there.
I'm at 5 minor wounds.
He hadn't even reached major. And if you give him the 3, you can heal 1 wound. Past that, you could trade wounds for wounds if you wanted.
Okay, so free energy to 1 wound and then 1 wound to 1 wound.
All right. So,
Go
am
ahead
I
and use 4 of
understanding
those.
correct? So, am I understanding correctly that I am no longer having wounds?
Got one.
Oh, okay.
Unless you were at 4 and not 5.
Nope, I was at 5. Yeah. I've been thinking the same. I've been thinking, and I think you might want to do the same, of instead of my next upgrade adding a door or doing a thing like that, I might want to do a reduced energy cost. Because it feels like for healing and for certain for you and for certain things with mind magic, for me it definitely feels like there's always at least some energy cost.
Big things always take, and so like one, healing is always going to be a little on the expensive side, because otherwise you enter into a system where I could allow 2 healers to create infinite energy in life.
Yeah.
There has to be some cost to the system, otherwise you go infinite. But mind you, the thing is, like,
I know I slug.
at its base, you have like maybe once tried to feel someone's emotions or like surface level thoughts, which would be at this point completely free to you, right? But every time you go to mind magic, you're like,
Dude,
what if
it tells a story. Like, and I'm not even saying narratively. I mean, if you look at my skills
Mhm.
compared to other people, like, it is very clear I explode all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Like,
You are probably
You and
going to live.
you and Llewellyn went crazy early game.
yeah.
So I
Well,
assume you are all going to rest through the night,
yes.
Yeah.
and you come up the next day here on the coast, the between the 2 coasts of the inlet here.
Fucking PlayStation 2 sound effects.
I need
As
to
I
add
arise.
I don't even hear him.
I don't have any music going because I've been too busy figuring out how to punish you all for your sins.
Not
That's a
based.
that's a joke. It's not a punishment. It's a system. Where's the
That's what
ocean
death is for.
music?
That's why death was never sealed.
I had ocean music. I don't want sea combat. The Kraken appears so I could use music. Forest town. No.
All right.
On.
Fuck it. I'm gonna practice some stuff with Callum while we're in the cabin. Callum, I saw you testing some stuff out, and I was impressed. Let's play with our stuff and try not to hurt each other.
Alright. You did
I'm
get
gonna
pretty rocked up in the when you tried to link to the tree child.
I am going to attempt to gently throw some stuff at you, and you can try to catch them, or I don't know, make a little goal that makes them vanish and teleport somewhere else, or I don't know, make a little goal maybe. I don't know. There's something I've I don't know. I've been meaning to show you that I could, or you guys I can do, or I feel like I can do. And I'm gonna grab an orange, and I'm gonna like put it on the desk in front of me, and then I'm gonna hold my hands out. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna focus on it, and then I'm gonna lift it with my mind. So I haven't done this a lot, so I think I need to roll for it.
Yeah, you're under the but you guys are under the deck as you hear some like light rain and thunder in the distance.
Alright. I roll a 16 for picking up the orange with my mind and attempting to gently. I say throw it, but really I'm just picking it up and like.
Levitating it
Mo-
over.
Yeah.
Okay.
How quickly can I move it with my mind?
Pretty quick. I would say probably you could get it up to, sort of like a baseball pitching speed, but like not like a professional,
Okay.
like like a college pitcher maybe.
So I could theoretically not gently move it if I wanted to, and I
Yes.
probably on the first attempt move it a little too fast, but we can see how quickly he reacts with his whatever he attempts to do to catch or do his we can see his reaction.
Is it going fast enough that I have to roll to react in time?
You for the first one, yes. So like just sort of the first roll I would ask is sort of your, aware or whatever to sort of keep an
Yes.
eye on it, and then
I will spend an energy to reroll that.
that is enough to keep it in sight. It's not so fast as to be impossible. And then you can do whatever you wish to either catch and or, move it yourself.
I'm going to attempt to send it into Liam's pocket. I'll need to reroll that too.
Hey.
Yeah. So Liam, an orange
I'll also
appears.
spend 2 energy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that. Liam, just like yesterday, with no explanation, an orange has appeared in your pocket.
Except now it has momentum.
Well, that's what we learn here. It doesn't. The momentum's
Oh.
gone.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right.
I'm going to eat the orange.
It has a
And then I'm
slightly
gonna-
strange taste. Like it's not bad, but there's just like it's orange, but like
Does it still have the normal acidity, or does that
Yeah.
change at all?
it has a normal orange taste with just like something else weird about it.
As he like I want to assist him. So as he like it's clear he's going to eat it. I want to peel the orange telekinetically.
Okay.
I focus on one of these oranges on the table. Could I try to teleport the peel off next to it?
You could definitely try. Yeah.
I'll spend a point to explode my non-fancy D12. Oof. No, I won't. So with a 13,
Yeah, with a 13, you like the orange starts to peel itself in front of you, and at the same time, an orange on the table is suddenly it is
degloved.
it is peeled in such a way that there is a perfect orange and a perfect orange peel that are just separated.
Well,
It's not
I
even
guess
like
we're-
one continuous piece. It is a continuous piece that is a sphere of peel. It is not, there's no tear, anything. The orange was just taken out of it.
I guess we're eating a lot of oranges today.
Well, yeah.
I wonder if
Yeah.
I wonder which one is the one that tastes weird.
Well, you're gonna
All of
eat the
them?
one on the table?
I will go over to the one on the table and taste it.
Yeah, it does taste a little weird.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna eat the orange.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's just like
I'm gonna scoop it up in a telekinetic construct bowl, and it's
that
just gonna
one you
float
do
around in
that
there.
you do for free. Like it's just lifting an orange to yourself is not hard.
Yep, I know.
Now you telling me about that side effect.
While I'm eating
was
my
the only
orange,
one
by the
too.
way,
Mhm.
I wanted to roll to read a bit of my book of genealogy of plants.
Okay. So you don't accidentally pick up the empty book, right?
No. Well, okay. If you want me to roll to accidentally pick up the diary somehow, but I'm
It's
definitely
not a
going for
diary.
the plant.
I'll tell you that much.
Well, I remember that I think the dude specified that it was a diary.
It's diary-esque. But it isn't a diary, because who would have
Anyway,
written
I just
that?
called it a diary because it's a small book.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I'm going to read the book of genealogy of plant. And specifically, I will tell you what I'm looking for. And that is
Okay.
specifically my father's line.
Mhm.
And just seeing what I can find. Basically my family tree, if anything,
Yeah.
on my father's side. What would that be for a roll?
Sort of non-magic mind, I think. Plus anything you have for reading.
Okay. That plus lore. I'm not gonna write lore, I'm gonna write a D6. Can I do navigation mind?
This is yeah. Sure.
History. Alright, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, that means mind is now a D20.
And you roll that d20 and you hit a 20 and it goes to a 100. And then you roll 100 and it goes to 1 million. Yeah, all right. So you actually managed to avoid something that I was going to have you have to roll as just a luck check. Because I remember that this book of genealogy is not like
I remember there was some information possibly missing from a lineage or something, right, where I might need it.
specifically, it's an older book than
Yeah.
you would have wanted. Right?
Yeah.
It's at least 100, if not 200 years old. Right?
Right. I'm literally going in just to see if I can learn anything from it. Whether
So-
it's...
Like, it doesn't contain you or your father. Right?
Right,
because
right. But I'm just
But-
trying to see if I can figure it out.
luckily to you, if you had rolled a little bit lower, I was going to have you roll to check, did you know of any changes in your family name over time, right? Because in order to find it, you might need to find that. But given that you rolled the 36, I'm not going to have you deal with that. You find your family tree.
Oh shit.
Your family tree is prestigious in here. Sort of like there are several families that are followed through generations on generations, like branching out, like long cousins and all that. And yours seems to be a family line that dates back sort of to the founding of the Everwood, right? Like the book ends in this like 150 200 year period before you, but also only goes back so far because before that there wasn't an Everwood to be chronologically keeping track of these people in. And you find that you trace your family line back that far, and
before then, they were merchants of report, kind of shit.
like
Type
clearly they were important enough to have been on, like, the families that go back this far seem to imply that they were on the first Everwood Council. So like your many times great grandfather was a high councilman.
My
They-
what
they
grandfather?
founded
Sorry.
the
many
Everwood.
many times great, like like not first grade, second grade, like we're talking 5 times great grandpa.
Okay.
So it's reasonable to state that your lineage founded the Everwood.
Yes.
Amongst others, yeah. Okay, I don't know if this is something a genealogy book would have. Is there any sort of indication of how, using my family lineage, is there a way to indicate relationships between animal and plant people throughout these times? Or is it just kind of, here's occasionally someone from the anime kingdom mixing with someone from the plant kingdom?
So
type shit?
the thing is, right? It
Like, I don't know exactly how a genealogy book looks like.
Yeah.
You know?
This seems to really chronicle like the important families of the Everwood, right? So they are all plant families. But you can sort of impart based on like names there, because like there's connections in the family trees, right? Like there's times
Yeah.
where like someone from house whatever marries into this house and things like that. There's
Yeah.
a point in time, probably hundreds of years, like that allegedly the monsters, the big beasts fell like 1,000 years ago, and this goes back maybe around that amount of time, like sort of less, because it seems like most of the nations were founded after, but some 600 years, like not long into the history of the Everwood, you see names popping up that are clearly not in the standard of the naming convention of the Everwood. Like they have, like they follow what of the Beast Nation's sort of naming convention of like, that's probably the first thing they killed in a hunt or things like that.
That in mind, can I correlate the family of the Phoenix guy and Art's Wolfsbane and try to find their family tree somehow?
It's much harder because of the fact that due to the fact that their naming convention doesn't, like, they don't just take their parents' name. All of them have their own last name, and they just keep a memory and story of the past,
So
right?
it's so mixed that it would be basically impossible.
It would be
to the
basically
point that you wouldn't be able
impossible
to roll.
that you know for sure what her great great grandfather's name was,
Hmm.
even to know his last name would be crazy. But
Right.
there's a good chance that like people of importance stay in importance, you know? So you can guess that probably someone in one of those, you know, you don't know if she has if they have plant in their past lineage at all, or if they were only animal people, right? But there's a chance that like a cousin married into one of these families.
Yeah, yeah. With that in mind, the third one I want to look up is the what was the position? So basically, the number one dog right now of Everwood, the number one plant council
Oh, the
member.
like the lead councilman.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but I would like to look up his lineage as well.
So what you learn is he's easy to find, right? His family have been in power, sort of similar to yours. You actually learn you are, by your best guess, probably second cousins with that guy. Like he's not like a direct family line person, but like
what is second cousin? Is that a
so basically, if I remember correctly, he would be a cousin.
You share a grandparent or a great
Yeah,
grandparent.
you share like a grandparent relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, he's your so your great grandparent. Then your grandparent.
Wouldn't I be a nephew? Because isn't he like way older than me?
No, here's the chart. Shit like this gets important in weird situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Continue while I'm reading this.
So he's probably I would picture him being your like second cousin once removed. So he's that generation up and 2 over. All right.
No, second cousin is younger. He's your first cousin once removed.
What do you?
Because
second, the number cousin is distance in the tree, and the removed is how many generations removed. Because you could be once removed up or down.
Yeah. But second cousin once removed is younger than you. Second cousin or first
based
cousin.
on your chart here, second cousin once removed is your parents.
There's 2 second cousin once removed.
There are. Yes, I forgot about that. He is a second cousin once removed in the generation above.
4.
Yeah, he's a generation 4 one, not a generation 6 one.
That is so weird. I hate that.
Yeah, cousin branch family trees are a real son of a bitch.
Which means that like my great grand parents had some form of a sibling, and then that sibling had children who had children.
Yes, that leads to him.
Okay.
So you're not like closely related, but like there's a chance he could.
I mean, looking at it from this perspective, all this is pretty close, all things considered. Like, I'm not saying that like I don't get the idea that it's still pretty far removed.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's still pretty damn close if you think about it.
If you think about it, this amount of relationship is like there are probably hundreds of people who could fit that for you.
Yeah, no. Like I'm not trying to act as if me and him are now family or anything, but I'm just saying when I'm looking at this chart and I think about the fact that it's just one great grandparent having a brother or sister, and that created this separation between us.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. That's all it took.
Mm-hmm. And then all of the generations they're in, you know, like who all could have 5 kids.
Once removed.
Yeah. But
Anything else about the lineage?
you would assume that given his name, like if he was to appear on a tree, it would likely be the tree of his father. Like it would be the tree
Right.
that has that name on it, more than likely it
Yeah.
appearing on your tree if somebody was to continue it down.
Sure.
And there would be like a citation to connect the two.
I guess that begs the question whether or not my dad and the councilman knew each other that well.
You
Because like just because you're so far removed doesn't mean that you might not like connect over something because of different motives, and you just happen to know that knowledge.
I can tell you that like the fact that your dad worked as a minor councilman under the main council means they've probably met. Like, were they buddies? Probably not. That's like
Yeah, no, like again, I don't know. I don't mean to presume their relationship, but I could see like maybe there would be some possible like, oh well, we know each other because of this, and isn't that interesting kind of thing. So like they know each other at least enough to be like. Well, again, that's me assuming they even both keep up with their own history and they're not busy being fucking assholes.
this is you almost certainly have second cousins once removed you don't know exist. Like as a person.
Right.
So unless they were really into genealogy, they don't know.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
That is true in real life as well.
Oh, sure. Which means that at the end of the day, no matter how much you wish you could avoid it, sometimes incest is just a product of nature.
At the level that you're talking at, like genetically speaking,
that's a societal.
A second
debate.
cousin once removed is not. That's not a relationship at that point.
Sure, man, but just because it's not a relationship doesn't mean that it's not in the family.
It is very nebulous.
If at that level, me and Eminem having a relationship would be incest. We're like 8th cousins or something.
You know that?
My mom's a genealogist.
That's crazy.
Actually, probably that means like I forget if it was 8th or 9th, and it's got to be once removed at that point, or removed
reason,
because of the generations.
One loves mom spaghetti, the other hates mom spaghetti because of the tomato sauce.
That's what eight distances of cousin does to a motherfucker.
Yeah, they could never be any more different. Fuck. Hold on. Did I ever catch Bernard's full name, or do I just know him as Bernard?
I don't think you ever got Bernard's full name, no.
Okay, well, I'm not even gonna.
He was in the files, and the files have full names, right?
Yeah, you got me there.
Like, I know Bernard is an animal person anyway, presumably, so I'm not even gonna attempt to do that shit.
Well, like technically, he's an animal person, but he also grew up in Riverhaven, so you don't know what his naming convention
Well,
would be like.
Riverhaven is one city where like everybody from everywhere shows up.
Yeah, so like he could have just like he could have a name that's like the first thing he killed, or he could have a name that's like Jones.
Well, do I recall what his name was from the files? The better question is does the GM recall?
I didn't name Bernard. You made Bernard whole cloth from your mind, and I had to put him in the game.
Yes.
Right. But now Lag was like, oh, well, we saw his
Well, it
file,
was
and then I was
inherited
thinking
from-
maybe we knew his full name.
It was inherited from me.
Yeah. Bernard. Yeah. His last name's Frost.
Bernard Frost. Okay.
And with that question, another day has passed.
Oh, all right. That's all I get. I just get to know his name, I guess.
We don't even know if he's still alive, do we?
We have no idea.
So, in the way that you technically don't know that any of the characters, like, you are reasonably, many of you have reason to believe that he survived the attack on Riverhaven.
You know what?
Okay, yeah.
I want to do something in the second day, but if you two want to do something first, go
And
ahead.
technically, I think, didn't I say when you got there, wasn't Bernard helping rebuild Riverhaven when you teleported there temporarily?
Yeah.
Don't. Okay, I didn't remember any specific names from that.
Oh, I do not remember that.
I
remember it happening.
feel like I remember saying that Bernard was there helping rebuild.
Yeah, except the only person who saw it was Flint's character, and he chose
well.
not to share that information.
No, I was talking about when Callum teleported to Riverhaven, the time that he tested teleportation.
Did we do that?
When I first got given it by the wizard.
Oh.
Maybe we were in a side room for that, I don't remember.
I'm gonna just say, retcon or not, you saw Bernard there helping on the rebuild when you teleported to Riverhaven.
Okay. I thought I was getting the vibe from Bernard that like he was gonna go somewhere else, but I guess he went back afterwards.
Wait, hang on. If I combine mind with space, would it be easier to see a place than to actually visit it?
Yes.
Okay, that is good to know.
If you can justify, like, I don't know if the DC will be easier, but inherently, any time that you can combine multiple magic powers, the system makes the DC easier.
Cool.
Because you're rolling more dice. All right, what are you guys doing on the next day? You've teleported and thrown around some oranges. You read a book on genealogy. You heal again because you slept another night.
Yay.
Well, I think stretch. There's not a lot we can do while we're on the boat that won't draw attention.
We could look into this side effect of the taste being wrong on things like teleport.
Yeah, you can practice with that. I think I will I'm going to and we're in like the deep ocean now, aren't we?
You're actually, I would think at this point, like, Stoneport's interesting because I mentioned, I believe, that the continent that you see see here, the reason you are limited to it is because there is sort of a storm that surrounds the entire place that no one's able to sail through.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sort of in that interesting spot where, like, to get to Stoneport is kind of pushing it close to the storm, but you're like, you sort of like hit the midpoint between coast and storm. So you're actually probably in less deep water now than you were for like the last 2 days.
Okay. So I'm going to spend my time I'm just going to like try to grab at the sand. I think I've practiced a lot I'd been growing at it ever since I added wide control. I now have the ability to like shift things. I can control density. I want to try to like reach down into the water and just like see how much like I want to like even at base just try to kick up silt, or like I want to like see I want to interact with the sand today.
Okay.
I want to start that process. Even just failing is important to me to see what the process is like.
So I do have a quick question for you all. Are you guys keeping the creature in your room, or are you letting it roam free?
I'm keeping it with me.
Okay. So
This
like
world
you're
is big enough that not everyone knows every weird thing on the planet.
yeah. But like so it's on deck with you right now.
Yeah, I would say I have it like reverse baby Bjorn, so it's like on my back.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. I know what I wanted to do. Fuck. It's always hard when there's more than one thing you want to do, isn't there? Yeah, I said I wanted to try to interact with the stone, and I'll interact with the stone until people come to fuck with me, or something happens with the baby. 1, 2.
Well, I would like you to make an aware check.
4, 5. Okay. Before I roll my thing or after?
After, before, sort of during, whatever you feel.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck, man?
Look, I really like my shit exploding, apparently.
Yeah, a 40 is crazy.
Do you think it was just a 40, motherfucker?
A 40 on a D12 plus 5 D6 is crazy.
So anyway, you
Yeah.
kill yourself. You blow up.
All right, my first awareness check in the game. It's not actually my first awareness check, but
Also, are you not going to spend 3 to get a D1 3 energy to get
you
a
know what?
D100?
You're goddamn right.
Come on. Yeah, down there in the sand was actually a jar of energy that was dropped. You explode and die instantly.
Okay.
They're just not really, but you like with this are deeply aware of the ability of yourself to interact with sort of the individual components of sand. Like you understand that they themselves are small rocks, and it's just about how much you can keep focus on all of them at once.
Yeah, and like sometimes it's easier to like hold the outside. Sometimes it's easier to like let my mind be loose and flow with it.
Yeah. And now you roll the aware check.
I must have upgraded my aware and thought, well, my aware is now higher than whatever it exploded to, because I do actually have aware subskills. Does social cues apply here?
No.
Okay. Does search apply here? I'm just saying in case
No,
they
because you're
wandered
not
off.
actively searching.
Okay.
It will be helpful if you roll bad enough. All right. As of right now, you're really into the sand. You're like really focused on the sand.
I'll re-roll just because I like re-rolling.
Still incredibly focused on that sand.
Okay. So
With
that
that,
was my 5.
we jump to either Liam or Callum, whoever wishes to go first on what they're doing today.
I have like a sand castle floating in the air in front of me.
I guess I'll go. Was there any bread anywhere on the ship?
Not like normal bread, but like sort of the bread you would find on a ship, because bread doesn't do
Like-
well.
Hardtack?
Hardtack, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to take 2 pieces and teleport 1.
Okay.
Just a few inches, so that should be sufficient.
Yeah.
Now, if I take a bite of both, when I teleport tastes weird, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not bad. But like it's weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and detect energy from this.
Okay. Sort of just the normal energy you would expect from a piece of bread. Which is not a lot.
Okay, now's the point where it's going to get complicated. I'm going to try to combine mind and space to see if there's anything different about these 2 pieces on a really small scale.
Okay.
I will spend an energy to reroll that. Another one.
And another one.
Hey. It proved out to be worth it.
Do I roll a D100 now? I forget.
Yep.
If that was a one of your dice, if it was a desperation die, it's a Dilla D20.
Yeah, that was my space dice.
Ah.
Yeah, so you see, like, you put yourself your mind onto the bread at a like sort of level, there's like a very very small amount of like a sort of crystalline dust on the one that you teleported. Not even like a full coating, like just the smallest amount all over it.
Really have to wonder if that's happening to us.
With a roll that high, I could tell you
I'm gonna
that
take a quick second to go to the bathroom.
you believe that it's quite likely also on you after you teleport.
There's something out there between teleports that is concerning.
Given that Liam isn't here to do his thing yet, we'll loop back to.
All right.
Oh, you're back?
Yeah. I just had to take a quick pee break.
That was incredibly fast.
It doesn't take that long.
Fastest piss in the West. All right. Well, what are you doing today?
All right. So I just had this really cool idea,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna see how far I can take it.
Yeah.
So, how close to the shoreline are we?
It's visible from here. It's probably like a mile or two out. Like it's far away.
All right. My first objective, and I want to know if I can do this. Can I create wings for myself with my animal magic while staying in human form?
It's more difficult than a full transformation, but yes.
I will attempt so, and I will. I will just try. Okay, can I use plant together with animal and try to create like these plant-like wings?
I would let you give that a shot.
Like it's totally more flavor than practicality, but you know, this is what fantasy is all about.
Yeah.
That means that's one of those. One of those. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh shit. Hell yeah. That's a D20 now on my plant. So I'm gonna add an insight for that failure on the 1d6, if that's how it works.
No, it's just if you fail the entire check.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna roll a d20 then.
I would also say that you should probably spend an energy to explode your D4 if that's animal magic.
Oh, that's true. I'm going to use the energy for that. So that's a d6 now. Or sorry, what am I doing? It's actually supposed to be a d8 because it's on d8 right now. I was reading the left side instead of the right. So let me re-roll that d4 real quick.
Okay.
To a d8 instead. That's my bad. So it's a 5 instead. Just ignore the d6 and d4.
Okay. So on that you get a 34, I think.
Okay.
Oh no, actually it would be less than that, but yeah, fuck it, who cares? Fuck it, we ball.
Does that mean it cleared?
Yeah, you clear. You make. So one, it is strange to you because, you know, part of it feels like bone, part of it feels like muscle, but the muscle fibers are vines that are growing out of your back. they work the same as you would expect your wings to work as if you were a bird. But they have like a mix between organic animal
Can I say that
material.
I want them to specifically be the kind of wings that are on my back, not the ones that I'm using my hands to move?
Yes, I wasn't gonna give you arm wings.
Okay. And I will use them to fly over to the shore. And basically, I'm flying along with the ship, so I'm keeping a track on the ship. But I'm then gonna use plant and energy magic on one of. So as I'm flying in, I'm going to fly in and kind of like far enough away that the ship can't tell what I'm doing, because I'm trying to be mindful of them not noticing me using multiple levels of magic. Like I don't know if it was an indication of multiple levels of magic to grow plant wings.
It probably was, but I don't think it's exposed anything that they would worry about.
Okay. Because I feel like you could kind of get away with plant wings a little bit, because it's just a basic idea of, oh, I just grew like plant out of me, and it
Yeah.
worked as wings.
But also, how does your brain know how to use wings without animal magic?
Well, it doesn't. Unless I've tried before with plant magic, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Icarus. But so as I'm flying into the shoreline, I'm going to stand in front of anything that is made out of wood, basically like a tree or something, and I'm going to use the tree as a catalyst, and I'm going to try and summon a I'm gonna say about my body length wooden snake.
Okay.
And I'm also going to imbue it with fire magic if possible.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of
You're
I
trying
don't
to
know how to
create life again?
I'm not trying to create life as more as I'm trying to create something that I can like use. I don't know if this counts as creating an entirely new entity, but I'm more just like creating a wooden worm and then giving it the ability to use fire as well.
How is it using fire if not being alive?
I don't know.
All right, you can roll for it.
Don't you tell me, God. I'm just trying something cool here that I thought of. But let's say that I'm trying to create a sentient being, then I guess. That's fun. I was gonna have something like the snake has some kind of fire like circle around it, like that is constantly rotating or something. Like I'm trying to basically just imbue this plant being with like energy that gives it the ability to use fire magic on my command.
My body is made of wood, but my power is fire. Why does God hate me?
Well, obviously, you know, give it a level of self-protection that it can't just implode. That's why that's why I know this is a hard, like this might be a hard check, because I'm literally trying to create this impossible.
Oh yeah, hard check.
creature.
That's true. Give it a roll. Give it a shot.
I'm trying to create a cool little thing here, man, by combining my powers. Okay. All right. I was also gonna use it as like a full thing I could control and just kind of summon out of trees as like a tool rather than a creature.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm trying to count all the rolls when I'm talking.
Yeah. Rolls on rolls.
There we go. Let's see all the rolls. Okay, that's a D6.
2d6.
Ooh, 2. Okay. Let's see that one. I will explode that's D6. That is a 5 with energy.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm getting excited, but this might not be enough.
38, 53, 53. Yeah.
Would it be too much to have the ability of like making it fly around me because I'm the one like that it has control of it?
So, what I would say is with a 53, I would either give you a wooden snake you can control or essentially a fire whip. But you have not created sentience from it.
Okay, well that's good. Because I like it. That was not something I was necessarily looking for.
Yeah. It can either be a wooden snake that you like it's like kind of alive, but like
Yeah, no, like it's being controlled by me and that
Yeah.
I can just kind of summon. And again, I'm trying to think of the visualization of the flame part of it. Like either it has flames inside of it, some magically. Like let's just go with magic, right?
Mhm.
Is that too far fetched? Or I want like there to be an outside visual of the fire around the snake.
in
I'm
order
just not
like
sure
if
what
you're
way.
if you're making a snake, you would have to be creating the fire every time that the snake is using fire. The snake cannot contain fire. It is made of wood. As of right
Well,
now, you have
obviously,
not imparted.
if I'm the one using the snake, I will be rolling for the fire from the snake.
Yeah.
Probably.
But as of right
Like,
now,
I'm not trying to create the snake as a secondary entity necessarily. I'm more just trying to make a cool visual little combat thing, if
Yeah.
anything.
but like what I'm saying is the snake can either bite and entangle and do snake things, or innately have fire that you can call upon. And then it's not really a snake; it's more of a whip.
How about this? It's a wooden snake that is on fire, so it does have like a time of expiration because it's on fire. But it like I can use it to like, throw it at enemies. How about that?
Okay.
So it is affected by the fire and burning, but I can use it to kind of throw it at people. How about that?
Sure. The snake is innately not on fire. It is a snake made of wood that you can control, but you can ignite it and then have it have the fact that it is a flaming snake on fire.
So if I'm doing this, let's say that we're in combat and I'm doing this whole process, would it be 2 separate actions to summon it and then put it on fire?
I don't remember how the action economy works in this game, man. It's been fucking 8
Oh, dude, it's
months
been so
since we've
fucking
had
long.
combat.
But I'm just asking for clarification because like my idea is that I wanted to summon a plant and energy snake that by combining those two,
I
and the energy
think
part
you
is
could
fire.
you could probably, if you're creating it on its own without a tree there, you create it and then catch it on fire. If a tree is there, you can do it in one action. That'll be the
Okay.
compromise.
What about turning a tree of its normal size into a snake?
Harder but possible, I would say. Like
Okay,
same action set, but like
much
It would-
harder
it
because
would
it's
be
more wood.
yeah, it would be a roll that's larger.
Okay, but I did successfully create whatever I wanted to create, which
Yeah,
in this case
vaguely.
is a wooden snake that is now on fire.
It burns up in about maybe 2 minutes. Like
Yeah, I'm basically just gonna be happy that I created it and just kind of fly
and
around with it for a bit.
by the way, in order to get back to the boat, I am going to need a tough check from you.
A tough check.
Yeah, you've been flying with wings that you have never used before for hours.
Okay, hours is crazy. I definitely wasn't spending hours away from the boat.
It takes you a while to get out, find a tree, come back, following the boat. Like it's not.
I can see like an hour or two, but not hours.
I was thinking it takes about 3 hours of full
No.
of
Okay.
full exercise.
Jesus. Okay, tough. An 8.
All right, you burn 2 energy over the course of the journey.
All right, and once the snake expires, I'm gonna head back to the ship
Yeah.
because I'm basically flying along the shore, following the ship, and also doing this little experiment.
Okay. As Teddy, you come out of being obsessed with your sand. As Liam is flying back in, both of you can roll another aware check, and if you're mostly because Teddy, you've realized your son is gone. He's out of here.
What does he mean
Oh.
out of here? Holy shit!
I will re-roll that. And I'll explode it. Roll aware often, obviously. Oh, I would have had an insight token from the first failure, wouldn't I?
Yes, you would. So you can explode that one with the insight token if you want.
There we go.
Yeah. So you come to, and after a little bit, by the way, Liam, you get a insight token.
Thank you.
You come to on it, and you sort of are listening around, searching, and eventually realize that on the sort of crow's nest of the ship, the creature has climbed up there.
He left my baby Bjorn and
Yeah, he snuck
decided
out.
to- I clap my hands and wave them, and I will extend my psychic cradle for them. Just be like, come down. We're heading back below decks.
They don't seem to turn to face you. They are sort of staring intently. Well, it's hard for you to really know what they're doing because they are only like 2.5 feet tall, and the crow's nest isn't like the angle on it that you barely see. Like the reason it's a hard check is that it's from your angle, it is nearly impossible to see this creature.
Okay. I'm gonna start climbing up to see what they're looking at.
Yeah. As you get up there, it becomes clear that they have, and for an unknown amount of time, been sort of staring into the storm.
Yeah, it's pretty in a kind of scary way, isn't it? Things can be pretty and scary at the same time.
It looks at you, and for the first time, like, that you've seen, it almost seems like it's starting to gain features. Like it hasn't had a full face appear, but like it's no longer as smooth, and it has sort of the beginnings of features. It looks at you, it points, and in your mind, you hear "go" as it points to the storm.
Oh, you like the noises? Yeah, lots of people like the noises.
Go, go,
Oh, you want to go over there?
go.
Okay, I can ask.
You are aware that if you are to ask, they will look at you like a lunatic.
Do you know why you want to go?
With that, it sort of tilts its head like it's trying to understand. Like it doesn't know. At least it doesn't know a word to convey to you why.
Do we need to go now? Or do you just want to go eventually? Because we can go. I will go a lot of places for you.
It seems to impart to you, and this is weird because like it doesn't have a vocal cord set, so it's just imparting this to you mentally, but it stumbles over eventually because it is more syllables that it knows how to convey at once.
Okay. We can do that.
All right, it turns away and sort of makes its way down from the crow's nest.
I will make my way down from the crow's nest. And I will look ominously at the clouds, and I'm like, we can do that. We can definitely do that. Yep. We're gonna do that. Gonna figure out how to do that. I can make a boat out of my mind, right? I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a boat out of my mind. Or we can just teleport. I mean, probably, right? Oh, man. I could talk to the others. Oh, boy. And then I'll just climb down.
And with that, I think the next day will end with you reaching Stoneport.
Yay.
All right.
Stoneport's a little on the quaint side. Like it like even compared to Shimmer Cove, it has sort of less docks than you would expect. And many less buildings. They are quite sturdy looking buildings. Like they are stone that isn't like the way that we lay stone. It is shaped and formed solid stone. That does not have the flaws of having gaps in it. It is, you know, homes that are a singular piece of stone carved out and molded into shape. You are unloaded alongside all of the creatures that you have traveled with.
All right. How far from Edger's Peak are we?
I think it's probably 2 days by horse. Like
Did
it's.
we leave the cart behind?
I believe you
Yeah, we did.
did leave the cart behind in Shimmer Cove, but you easily have enough money to buy a cart here.
Yeah.
I am going to close my eyes when we get to Stoneport. Clutch my necklace, kiss it, and think of my mom. And I am going to try to send a mental connection out to her.
Okay.
Uh, one, two, three, 4, 5, 6.
So what I would say there is, without question, you're able to send that message, and to impart to all of you that I'm not some evil man attempting to blow up your brains every time you reach out to anything. Let us think back to where we started this campaign and the fact that you sent a similar message to your mom from Wolfang Peak, which was less than a day's travel from the village, and it drained you nearly entirely. While as this message, you only take one energy to send it over this entire distance, as you have honed your powers over these, probably over a month or two now of travel and extreme hardship.
Mom, it's me, Teddy. Me and the others. We've landed in Stoneport. I'm safe. I'm on the way.
You get a response back that is, it's wonderful to hear from you. We are safe as well, and we have opened up a new bar here in Edder's Peak, and sort of gives you a visual of how you would travel to it from the entrance. And then that's sort of imparted to you as that's the end of their message.
Just kind of a weight is kind of lifted off of Teddy's shoulders as he kind of eases. He takes a deep breath, centers himself. All right. They're okay. We're a little bit out. I know where they are.
I would say, distance-wise, this is nearly equivalent to the teleportation to the island. So you could get there.
I guess that's true. And we can see the mountain itself from here. Callum, would you mind we could just on top of the mountain and then walk down.
All right, I can try that.
All right.
I'll leave that there.
I would say, as you would remember that your energy cost and your success are like inverse, you might want to explode that and just see if you can hit a 100.
All right. I got 2 energy left. And now that's exploding.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hit the 100. Okay, so
Okay.
inherently, inherently we have established that if you explode the 100, you do get an extra skill.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to hurt yourself,
You know what? It's worth it.
Yeah.
Here we are. Now that's a full 100. I have no energy and 3 minor wounds.
Yeah, and
And
you're
you-
rolling
and
another
you-
D100.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna ask you, Cal, where did you want to teleport? You heard him say the top of the mountain, but like in your heart of hearts, is that what you want? Do you want to walk down, or where do you want to be?
You alone will be traveling. They'll be left
Well,
behind.
they will be there with you, but like, do you want to
know
be
what?
in the city? Do you want to be at the entrance to the bar?
I'm gonna say I'm distracted by the dust
Mm-hmm.
and where that came, and thinking about where that came from.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna give you that, but also like at the end of the teleportation, where do you end up? Top of the peak, at the entrance to the bar, in the city somewhere. It's up to you. With an
Up
almost
to the mountain.
okay, bold decision, but
All right.
yeah. So you all
We're having our Klondike moment.
snap to the top of the mountain. And
At the top of the world.
Callum, you realize that it's not a snap, right? You realize there is motion involved. It is bringing you through a place that connects these 2 points, and that is where the dust is from. You catch a glimpse of it only for like a split second. Like it is.
Wait, so it's Nightcrawler in that you're Nightcrawler going through hell for a split second, but maybe it's not hell.
It is a world that reminds you of the imagery of the inside of those bottles. Like especially the one that had all of the magic in it, right? The crystalline sort of starry space, and the dust is just around you in that moment as you are moved through. It doesn't coat you because you don't fully dip into it. It's like a layer of that passes over you as you come from one place to another. You are on top of a mountain, fully exhausted. You burn no further energy. Just getting the 200 is enough to get you there.
Okay.
You are now probably a half-day travel down into the entrance.
I feel like I found out something about magic I wasn't supposed to.
Well, you were using forbidden hidden magics to begin with, so it was kind of inevitable that you find out some secret.
At least that means it's probably not outright harmful.
Yeah, you can tell that, like, eating it's fine. It's just there. It's just a fact.
It just is.
Yeah. So you take your about 6 hours to travel into the city. It's as you reach what is the true entryway, it is sort of that example of a like perfectly carved, like the classic, if you're imagining a dwarven fortress in most fantasy, it is like perfectly carved into the walls. massive, like way more space than you would need, like just huge entrances into this like cave like metropolis of just buildings on buildings, you know, a lot of three dimensions to it, you know, because you have like some things that are just actual cave and then others that are carved into the mountainside to make up the buildings. And even though they could be, you know, flat and that's the most efficient, there's sort of a pride to it in it being as intricately carved and as carved as possible. You get a feeling that based on architecture, there's like a lot of family lineage to different districts more than their function, right? So instead of like having an obvious market district, there's probably a bunch of market districts that are owned by branch families of different clans. And you're, you know, Teddy, you are given a set of instructions on how to get to the bar with your mom, and you're walking through past beautiful statues, fountains, you know, a walkway that is completely clean.
Real quick, so from how you described, so this should be the capital of the stone people.
Yes.
So I know we were dropped on the mountain top, right?
Yes.
From how you described the stone people, there are the stone people who live in mountains and the stone people who live on mountains.
Yes.
So how long did we have to actually walk before we got to city? Because there
it
should
was
be
probably, there was some amount of like, there, like in most places, in like, if you were in a minor city here, you would have seen more of it, right? Because of the difference that like, because
So
both
Edder's
sort
Peak
of
is-
large
Edder's Peak
and
would have
small.
seen both, I would have assumed.
Yeah, both do exist. There are people who live specifically like in homes around the entrance. That's how you found the entrance. Because otherwise, you guys teleported to the top of a mountain to find a city in the mountain that you don't know where it is. Because you've never been there and don't really have a map that details it other than from the road. But you did have like these, basically the same sort of buildings that are made of singular stone, but on a scale much larger, leading up to this gate that is itself sort of the like a statue of a man in resplendent beautiful armor holding a shield in front of him that is the door into the city. And just inherently, I'm going to give to you all for free, you assume that that is Edder, who is the person Edder's Peak is named after. It is non-possessive because he's never been there. He died well before Edder's Peak was founded as a city, but that is who that statue depicts. But additionally, inside is much bigger here because in like the efficiency of those who live on mountain versus in mountain is mostly because there are some stone people who get very large, right?
Yeah.
And that is normally a problem for living in the mountain as it takes more space. But Edder's Peak is large enough that many of those people live inside anyway, as sort of just a flex of the wealth of the capital, right? And as you walk through, and this is where we will end off for today, you walk through and you reach a sort of open seating area that you recognize. from the vision you got from the book. You remember the way I described the book vision of your mom's bar, right?
I have. Say again.
You remember the vision you got when you asked the book about how to open all the gates, and you got a vision of your mom's bar, right?
Yes.
Do you
Not what was in it, but
Okay. So what I will tell you is the vision as you experience it as you experience it, you realize as you have walked up, you are in that vision. What you picture, what you see in front of you, down to who is sitting where, is right in front of you. There's a woman you know from town who was slightly older than you, I believe. Who's working as sort of, you know, the person running drinks for your mom. And you remember in the vision, you couldn't tell what it was, but something was wrong. And at the moment that you walk up here and come to the conclusion that this is the vision you saw, a figure appears behind her from nowhere. And she's stabbed in sort of the neck with a needle that draws out fluid that you recognize.
is it the starry fluid?
Yes.
All right.
And that is where we will leave off for next time.
Okay.
She doesn't fall to the ground dead. She seems to be hurt and in a bad way. And that is what your vision was warning about. And that...
And I see that happen.
You see
right
that
now.
happen. And likely we will roll initiative for the first time in forever next time.
Okay.
Okay, I am so sorry. What just happened?
My mom got stabbed.
Not your
and-
mom. The person who... The, person who works for your mom, who is also from Riverhaven.
got
She is one of the people who was in the files who's a year or two older than you.
So we walked in and someone got stabbed.
Yes.
it. Yes.
What the fuck?
Okay. That changes the amount. It changes me rolling desperation die when I should have rolled. But okay.
Mhm.
Got it. I was like, okay, the D4, the D6, the D8. All right. I'm no longer exploding someone's brain from the inside out, but okay.
Yeah.
Got
I
it.
mean, you still could. You know, no one's stopping you.
We're still getting violent, but yeah.
And we will see what happens next time.